Same process. And the reason why it's the same is because of the adage, as above, so below. Right? If it works there in the laboratory, there is an equivalent process happening in the universe. You understand? And if you understand how to do this here, you understand how the universe is working, and you might even make yourself useful enough to God in creation that you know let you manage it, or a certain aspect of it, right? Yeah. This man or this lady knows how the three rays of creation work. The custodial, the maintenance. He had the lessons, right? This man knows how those work because he's done the work of it here. Why not make sure that he's in a job at some point in time where he's wearing the lab coat of creation and helping out with that process. That's the potential here. All right, one more mystery, a couple more mysteries, and then we'll get into how to set this thing up. Yeah. This has to do more with the law of three than with anything else. With respect to fire, fire is positive in relationship to air, which becomes negative. In other words, up in the upper atmosphere, right, you've got ions bumping into each other, not you ion, but ions bumping into each other in the ionosphere, creating heat, creating movement, creating the winds. You go outside and it's like blowing 80-mile-an-hour winds. It was doing that here a couple weeks ago. Incredible. That comes from the sun. Some of it does. Some of it comes from the heating and cooling of the land masses. Yeah, but it's creating this fire is creating movement in air. Now, do you remember the thing that I read when we began about this mover? You want to look at everything as the mover or the moved. Okay, so the fire aspect moves the air aspect around. All right, they're both positive. They're both on this side, aren't they? But fire is more positive, and so it has that ability to create winds, to create movement. Then air becomes positive in relationship to water, which becomes negative. In other words, there is a, remember when I was talking about this hot, cold, wet, dry, and I said it's a bar? It's not like this is hot, this is cold. It's somewhere on this bar. In respect to water, air is positive and water is negative. Okay, now in respect to earth, water is positive and earth is negative. This is an important concept to meditate upon because it will tell you a lot about the law of three and how triangles are continuing to be like it's a moving diagram. It's not a static thing. You don't just draw a triangle and say, well, I mean, you do because you have to teach it this way, right? Positive, negative, and neutral. But it's a moving thing. Yeah. Once it's done with one triangle, it then creates a positive that goes to another negative and creates another neutral that becomes positive, and so on and so forth. This is what Gurdjieff was saying with this whole carbon, oxygen, nitrogen. I'll give you a whole lesson on it at some point in time. But right now, I want you to be aware of this because there are certain phenomenon that is going to happen in your ice cube tray. Okay. I want you to remember it because it will help to explain it in the ice cube tray.